All right, guys. So this is now our piece of metal that we're working with here. All right, I've already cut it at 5 inches in one direction. I'm going to come over here to our sheet metal shear and cut it at 5 inches. So I have my 5 by 5 square. I know you guys can't see too well, but I have a ruler on the side right here where I can use that as my measuring guide. I'll go ahead and place it in my shear, washing my hands, make sure they're clear. And there we go. This should now be 5 inches by 5 inches. Let me set up the snips and layout real quick, and I'll show you guys the next step. All right, so I cut it 5 inches by 5 inches, and I went ahead and just used a Sharpie, and I finished my layout. So now, just like we had it on paper, I still have that same exact process. I'm gonna cut out these corners using my shears, using these guys right here, and then I'm gonna take it over to our brake and actually bend it to precision. So these shears right here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut each corner out. And then I'm gonna take it over to the next tool. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it while I work on that. All right, so I got these laid out. I notched out the corners. That's looking a little better. I'm gonna come over here to my brake, and I'm gonna position the toe of this bending jig right here, right on these dashed lines that I've made. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and slide this right underneath here. I'm gonna bring my brake down, position my metal so it's right on that line. Now that's going to go ahead and hold everything down in place. All right, there's a little handle off here, off the video a little bit. And then I come down here and I have a dial over here that has degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. It's going to start bending that metal, and I'm going to take this all the way to 90 degrees. Boom, right there. I'll go ahead and push it down. Now, I'll go ahead and loosen this so I can slide my piece out. All right, there we go. I have a 90-degree bend on that piece right there. Now I'm going to go directly to the opposite side. All right. The nice thing, look at if you can see the spacing right here. This jig right here is actually thinner than this piece, so I can actually get right across. I'm going to slide it underneath there, go right to that dash line again. Go ahead and lock it down again. And I'm going to come up and I'm going to do 90 degrees, looking over here off to the side. Cool. Right there. Pop this loose. All right. And now I have two sides of this. Now the key is this bending jig right here that we're using right here has to be thinner than this wall. All right. Because I don't want to bend up and then have this flange that I just made interfere with my brake. So we can adjust these things, and they come in different sizes, so we can make sure that we can do all of that. So now I'll move it right up to here. Lock it back down. And now when I bend it, I really want to make sure that my first two bends, my first two flanges, do not run into my jig right there. I can bend it all the way through that. So I'm looking pretty good. Look over here for 90 degrees. Bring it right up to 90. Push it back down. Pop it loose, and I'll do the same thing on the final side. All right. And there we go. I have the bottom of my little box. All right. I'm going to do the same thing for the top, and then I'll show you guys how it's coming out. All right, so I did everything with the top, same exact process. Drew my lines, bent it on those dash lines, went opposite sides first, and then did the other sides. And you can see here, I have a lid, fits pretty snug. I can actually hold it from the lid without the box coming off. Yeah, that's the layout. That's your first sheet metal layout project. All right, guys.